What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. Here we are on this, the 14th of May, sitting at about 1.75 cents. Surprise, surprise. I know we've been here for basically the past 3 days, right in this area. The RSI on the daily time frame is postured in a downward sloping fashion, right? Lower lows, lower highs, rejecting the overbought zone, finding support at the 40, rejecting the 60. This is very constructive to the downside, and likely the next target area would be something between, on the RSI at least, something between the 40 or maybe the oversold zone itself, something in this kind of area. So if we are to go lower in the daily RSI, we likely will go lower in the price as well. The question is, do we go below this low or not? My thoughts are that we do not go below that low, because from a high to a low here, we've interacted with our golden ratio once, not once, but twice, and come down and found support at the 382. If we were to go just below that level there, if we were to see some kind of double bottom that is just below there, I could see that happening, but I really don't see us going below this 382. It's very common whenever you find resistance at your golden ratio, which we did twice, to either find support at the 0.5 or the 382, which I would say, or somewhere in between, right? And I would say that we've done that, right? We're having a hell of a time moving down, that's for damn sure. Having a hell of a time moving down. If we're looking at this from another fib perspective, from a low to a high here, hold on one second, guys, hold on. Just gotta breathe. 1.75 now. You know, if we were to go lower, let's pretend that I'm wrong and we do go dramatically lower than this. I would say 1.43 cents would hold at the 0.5 there. At the lowest, 1.2, 1.12 cents would hold. Even in your wildest dreams, man, if you go down here, it's nothing to worry about, because while yes, it would have been nice to sell here and buy back here, you got to get over that, because inevitably we're going to move up. We're going to move up. It's going to be higher, and I don't think that we're going to move down this low. I'm not talking about this because I expect it to happen. I'm talking about it because if the unexpected happens, at least we're not panicking, freaking out, right, and making the wrong decisions. Hopefully you'll see that as an opportunity and buy instead of making the wrong decision there, right? But I don't think that we do that. I think looking here at about 1.74 cents right now, looking at the daily RSI, we will find support either at the 40 or at a higher low above this here and start to turn things around, looking to break out, probably maybe not this week, but sometime next week, over the weekend, whatever. Not over the weekend next week, but over the weekend this week, or likely sometime next week is what my thoughts are. Whenever we break out of this downtrend, that'll be the first sign that we're ready to go higher. Whenever we get above this 236 at 2.02 cents, that'll be the next sign that we're ready to go higher. And then, of course, once we break above that high, we're going higher, you guys. We are on our path higher to about 5.5 cents, 5.8 cents, something in that area there. 1.7 cents now. I very much do believe that when it happens, whenever we do begin moving, it's going to be fast. It's going to be very fast. We're not going to take a month to move up there, right? It's not going to be like that. It's going to be very, very, very fast. A lot of people rationalize this pump as a short squeeze, but the thing is, guys, and I'm sure there were some shorts that got squeezed there too. I believe there were. I believe there are some shorts that got squeezed here too, and there's going to be some that get squeezed on this next run. But the reality is, OnyxCoin is not pumping because of the shorts it's squeezing. It's pumping because it's robust, it's magnificent, and it moves with purpose, man. When this thing moves up higher, it just knows one pace, and that pace is very, very fast. So whenever we do make our move, whenever we finally do see prices, this RSI breaking out of this downtrend, it's time to get excited like that week for prices that are going to be at 5 cents or more. I really did think this would be the week, but you know, my expectation was that Bitcoin would consolidate for a week and that altcoins would run. So this would be the week for OnyxCoin to take off. But nope, everything else is consolidating too and even moving down. So that's not really helpful. And that's fine. It's okay. Sometimes things like that happen. It doesn't mean anything's broken. It's just not what we were expecting, and that's fine. If anything, it's just an opportunity to accumulate more. You're consolidating here. Let's see. Looking at the RSI. Doing all right. Yeah, just being very volatile, kind of with a bearish tilt to it, which does imply that we go lower over the hours to come, probably even over the days to come, right? And that's fine, but just a little bit lower. Looking at the 4-hour time frame here, 4-hour RSI, rejecting the overbought zone, coming down to the oversold area, finding support here a little bit, but still in a downtrend. Likely you do continue to go lower, and you'll probably have some resolve once you actually hit the oversold zone like you did last time. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If I can remember this, I will, but I think the 4-hour will be very telling of our next low, because we'll likely be oversold when that happens, or at the very least we will have already been oversold. Here, when you're at your oversold area, this was this low, you had a higher low here, right? You weren't in the oversold area on that low, but still very near your low nonetheless. So if this next move here, if we get down to the oversold area, we're down here, perhaps that means we do have lower prices to go inevitably. We'll form a lower low there, we'll get a higher low in the RSI, and then we'll build. But nonetheless, from a time perspective, we'd be very close to when our next phase up would happen, right? And I do assume that wherever this low is, whether it's a little bit lower than this low, a little bit higher than this low, wherever it is that we bounce, somewhere in this area here, somewhere in this area here, whatever, when we do move higher, I think this next move up is going to be the move that we've been waiting for, the move that takes us out of this consolidation phase and cascades us to higher prices that are, again, above 5 cents, above prices that we haven't seen really since 2022, man. Crazy stuff. If we look at this high to low here, nope, there we go, the low 2618 rejected, 1414 support. Now you're finding support, you're finding turbulence right there in the 1886200 area. Isn't that serendipitous, man? The 1886200 area, that's exactly where I think we're going to go from a high to a low here. That's where I think we're going to go to find resistance on this next move, 26 to 32 cents. And it's also where we're finding support in this move right now. So it's kind of funny. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. Things look good. Things look productive. We could drop with this fib. The whole reason I pulled this up was we could drop all the way down to 1.1 cents and we're still being productive. And I don't think that we do, but we could, and we still would be productive. Whenever we do move higher, the odds of us stopping here are very low. The odds of us going up to like 7.2 cents to 10 cents are very high. Once you break above 10 cents, there's nothing stopping you until you're above 20 cents, you guys. And we got a lot of room to run. I think by the end of June we'll be here. By the end of May we'll be somewhere in here. And maybe even by the end of next week, we'll be somewhere in there. But time will tell. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Just persevere over the next couple of days, over the next like half week or so, and we'll probably be fine going into next week. That's the expectation. Okay, ta-ta, bye-bye. I'll see you on the next one.